Virgin began life with fairer skin and became darker in color over time. This can either be due to the general effect of aging materials or a result of exposure to environmental factors, such as smoke and candles. Indeed, although some images portray Mary with pitch black skin and others are made entirely of a blackened metal or wood, many are simply darkened with patina, the normal aging process that all antique art and furniture undergoes. However, if a candle smoke and the elements had affected the pictures and statues so harshly, it is a puzzle why more saints have not ended up black. Furthermore, these elements seem to have only darkened her skin. The colours of her clothes seem to have been unaffected by the process. Perhaps the simplest explanation for the Black Madonnas is that they were being historically and ethnically accurate. Mary would have had dark skin as she was born and lived in the Middle East. The why other saints who also originated in that area are not depicted with darker skin has not been explained. By the 12th century, most of Europe was Christianized, and many of the old religions were banished, though in reality never completely went away. Indeed, many Christian traditions, rituals, and symbols in use today have pagan roots. Some scholars believe that the Black Madonna is connected to religions that existed long before Christianity, and indeed, the shrines and churches where her images are found are often in locations that were once pagan shrines or temples to Diana, Artemis, Cybele, Isis, Ceres, Demeter, and other goddesses. Many of these pagan goddesses were traditionally pictured with dark skin. Author Ian Begg, writing in his 1996 book, The Cult of the Black Virgin, brings the semi-mythical and controversial Priory of Sion into the argument for a pagan origin of the Black Madonna. He says in the book, "There exists in France an organization that has been in continuous existence since the 12th century, that has some features both of an order of chivalry and of a religious order, though it is not quite either, a secret society which does not spurn the right sort of publicity, a political grouping with specific aims that is also interested in ancient esoteric wisdom and hidden mysteries. Its full name is the Order of the Prieur Notre-Dame de Sion, and its chief aim seems always to have been the restoration of the Merovingian bloodline to the throne. It is also passionately concerned with the cult of the Black Virgin and has a remarkable record of equal rights for women." The Grand Master of the Prieur, 1981-4, Pierre Plantard, is reported as saying that the Symcambrians, ancestors of the Frankish Merovingians, worship Cybele as Diana of the Nine Fires or as Arduina, the eponymous goddess of the Ardennes. The huge idol to Diana, Arduina, which once towered over Carignan in northeast France between the Black Virgin sites of Orval, Avioth, and Messières, near to Stenay, where the Merovingian king and saint Dagobert II was murdered in 679, points circumstantially to a link between the two cults. In this connection, Plantard mentions that one of the most important acts of Dagobert, when he acceded to the throne after his Irish exile, was to continue the ancient tradition of Gaul, the worship of the Black Virgin. The Black Virgin, he insists, is Isis, and her name is Notre-Dame de Lumière. Miracles? At one time or another, various miraculous powers have been attributed to some of the Black Madonnas. In the mid-13th century, a devastating landslide hit the region of Savoy, southeastern France. Thousands of people lost their lives, 5 villages were partly or completely destroyed, and an entire valley disappeared. The village of Mayenne was almost completely engulfed by the landslide, but a small church remained intact, ostensibly because it was situated on higher ground than the rest of the village. But for some, this was not the reason. According to legend, the church was spared because at the time of the disaster, worshippers were praying to the Black Madonna inside its walls. The Black Madonna in Częstochowa. The Black Madonna in Częstochowa, Poland, has a longer list of miracles attributed to her. In the 11th century, after the image had been transported to Ruthenia, northwest Hungary, the king prayed to it during an invasion. Soon afterwards, darkness descended on the area, and the enemy troops, in their confusion, started killing each other. Their invasion soon failed. In 1655, Poland was being invaded by the armies of Sweden's King Charles X. Only the area around the monastery where the Black Madonna was kept remained unconquered. After a 40-day siege, the Polish somehow managed to drive out the Swedish invasion forces. It was due to this famous victory that the Lady of Czestochowa was made a national symbol of unity in the country and named the Queen of Poland. Although the origin of the Black Madonnas remains unclear, their power to unite cannot be denied. This could explain why these strange images are still venerated by thousands of people all over the world, even today.